Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Gone. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Here's McCoy. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. A gain of 6 there on first. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have.
And McCoy loses the football. And it does the big boy have the juice. The 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble, they get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Goff looking to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They start the drive with Anderson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now McCoy. It's caught outright, Amendola. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Shift together here from the D-line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
There's a complete to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. C.J. Anderson taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Detroit! Detroit!
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Here's Goff. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go.
3rd and 2. Goff. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore, there. Now 4th down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go now.
They are going for it. Goff trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in. Complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A final shot before break here. Goff. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, certainly they haven't had the ideal first half, but there's some momentum for them to take into halftime.
Yeah, and it might not be that wild momentum, that you see sometimes where they score late and teams go sprinting off and the whole deal. No, it might not be that, but it does give them a better feeling about themselves and what they can accomplish in the second half.
Goff looking to throw, and this is going to be caught. So they get 2 more on the half's final play, and they shave 8 off this deficit as we head to the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go now. Green. Here we go.
Now McCoy. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Julian Edelman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Here we go.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Conley. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Gone. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ian Williams in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long. It's gone. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. And Tate's got it. 26 yards on the play there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long.
That was 4th and a mile. Almost 4th, and why are you doing this? I mean, they got it done, though. Went up and got it. What a big-time pickup.
I was just going to say that. It's a receiver. You got to have that go-get-it attitude. He had it there. And they're going to speed things up here. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Golden Tate, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Goff now looks to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And incomplete here on 3rd down. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. On 4th down, Goff to the left side here for Eifert. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Got a man, it's Amendola. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And now they're in the hurry-up. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He's such a good route runner. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went for it. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. In the backfield is Anderson, and he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dan Williams able to drop him for a loss of 4. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's McCoy. And he's got Shockey. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
Now McCoy. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? So that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
It's brought in left side by Tate. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Goff. Finding time. Going for the deep ball. They've got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Throwing on third. Goff. Looking for someone to throw to. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Golden Tate, 55 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Goff looking to throw, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw here. And he whips that one incomplete there. Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes.
Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looks like he'll throw here. Going deep here for Edelman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hand.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. In the backfield is Anderson. Here's McCoy. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them. and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of... It's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. I lost the weight and then I start to tumble. My mind betrayed me many years ago. I walk alone to keep from slipping under. Got lost as soon as I stepped out the door. I'm the martyr who just never got his time to shine. I'm a punk kid, no reason why. Nothing finer than the taste of tears running down my face. So cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen.
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. The getting to know each other process is over. Time to get down to it. And we're off in week 3 of Draft Champions. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And incomplete to open things up. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front?
Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Carlos Dansby. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now McCoy. He goes underneath for Anderson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Oh, man, for him to be that and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jeremy Shockey, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. What a great weapon. Match.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. Shift together here from the D-line. Carr to throw on second down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders. And Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Carr. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now they'll throw with Carr. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run it with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Escaping the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Mason Foster able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot. Here's McCoy. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Now McCoy. And his throw is incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
And he fires to Edelman, complete on the comebacker. 18 yards there and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that is incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jeremy Shockey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Again, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up second down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Here's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Cooks on the return. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit.
Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked up, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
And he puts it through. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. McCoy. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He goes underneath for Anderson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Time running out here on the play clock. Following the penalty, Anderson. Oh, what a move. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry out.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. Steps away. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now a run with Anderson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
Now a 1st carry here for Shane Vereen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved him and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll run here with Vereen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now McCoy. And this is caught at the 8. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it, right there? Those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll look to... Oh, no, he lost the football. Luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
This will be caught at the 2. They get the... completion, but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
and that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get...
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. On second down, here's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. He's back to throw. Got him, and it's right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take one.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Carr will look to throw. Flushed out right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time.
Tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying sorry. The speaker's so blown, no one knows what it is, but we keep it on repeat 'cause we don't want it to end. We got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives. And the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. just acting our age.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This fielded at the 2. They juked him. Fighting through. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And some room to roam now. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw. Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Demontre Moore in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. Complete. He finds Braid. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I know they got the first down, but, Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Well, there's one you don't see often, the illegal forward pass.
And quarterback has to be totally beyond the line of scrimmage for the flag to come out. If any part of the quarterback is behind the line of scrimmage when he throws the ball, then it's not an illegal forward pass.
Now Taylor, he's got time in the pocket. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this one out. Field stripe.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Here's McCoy. And this is caught. It's Edelman. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. After the interception, here's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
On second down, Peterson. A strong running. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
They pitch it out to Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They come out here in the I. 3rd and 2, now Taylor. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Brief break in the action here. Back with more after this.
Let's go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Ohio.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They send Thomas out to the right by himself. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He won't go down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is third and goal.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. They're going on fourth down. It's Taylor. Flush to his right. Oh, he stays up. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bruce Irvin from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. They go back to the air here after the INT. It's caught left side by Cooks. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
An extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and 1 there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. but it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Ooh, the juke. Brandon Cooks. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brandon Cooks with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Tim Brown, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Complete. He finds Brate. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up.
He's got it at the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. They try again with Peterson. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're on the board now. It's 15-3. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's McCoy. And he's got Shockey. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Now McCoy. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jeremy Shockey, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He's got time. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. Looking to throw, and he slings one that's incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jeremy Shockey with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback. You get a little confidence in him. And
Taylor hit. He lost the football. today's sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down.
Here we go. Red 38.
Taylor now off the bootleg. Under pressure, they got him again. Trent Murphy in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get out to the quarterback. It's almost like a revert.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive,
Hello. From the clouds, I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop, word up. I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur, whatever occurs. Thank you, feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying to relate.